This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Itawamba Community College is now offering 3-day weekends. You can be one of the first to take advantage of a compact course schedule with a majority of classes offered Monday through Thursday. Let us customize your education to fit your needs. Become a part of the ICC family and apply today at apply.iccms.edu. ICC, the best start here.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done.
Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that.
Strictly with a Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here, and it's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, out to the ball game. Adam Gore here as we're just waiting for the playing of the national anthem here at East Mississippi. A special hello to those that are listening here on 95.1 The Farm as we take you to the field now for the playing of the national anthem.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here. It's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
And welcome back as we wrap up the Davis Ford pregame show as we get the final warm-up tosses before we get that First American National Bank opening pitch here in Game 1 between ICC and East Mississippi. We'll bring you today's Coca-Cola starting lineups in between the innings. But before we do that, let's take a look at today's Game 1 pitcher here for East Mississippi, and that is going to be Brittany Booney. Booney comes in with a 3-11 record. She's had 13 games started, 16 appearances. She's pitched 90 2/3 innings, giving up 104 hits, 58 runs, 46 of those earned, 26 walks, 62 strikeouts. She has a 3.55 ERA, and that's going to be your Coca-Cola starting pitcher here for East Mississippi. As we said, we'll take you through the lineups in between the innings. For ICC, it's going to be Maddie Miney leading us off. Maddie is batting .434 on the year with a .478 on base percentage, and she's at .590 slugging percentage. So Miney will start us off here in Game 1. So we're waiting that First American National Bank opening pitch here from Scuba. A breezy afternoon as that pitch goes high for a ball. The First American National Bank opening pitch straight up 2 o'clock. Good job to the people here at East Mississippi and the umpires getting this thing started right on time. So that pitch goes high for a ball. This is Maddie Miney, Rachel Sternisha, and Samantha Conley all due up here in the top of the first inning. Shows bunt, pulls back, and takes it for a strike. 1-1 now goes the count. ICC in their road blue uniforms. They got red stripes going down the sleeves, a red belt, the white socks with the red, white, and blue stirrups. As Miney pops the bunt up, it's going to go back off the netting. And 1-2 now goes the count here to Maddie Miney. East Mississippi, they're in their red tops, gray pants, gray numerals. For those that might be listening on 95.1 The Farm, kind of reminds you a little bit of South Pontotoc and their uniforms. As that pitch missing low for a ball. 1-0 now is the count. Well, an absolute beautiful day for softball here in Scuba. Chamber of Commerce like day. The wind blowing out towards left field like it normally does. As that pitch missing outside for a ball. Now the count goes full here to Maddie Miney, the shortstop. Rachel Sternisha is on deck here for ICC. Baseball there at Coahoma, so we'll try to give you some updates on that game. It may be getting close to a final in Game 1 as ICC. As there's ball 4. Ooh, borderline pitch going the way of the Indians there, and Maddie Miney will start things off with a walk. The Indians were up 11-2. I believe that was in the 6th inning of Game 1 at Coahoma. ICC stayed put at number 4 in the baseball rankings. The softball team jumped up to number 10 in the country after a split with the number 1 team in Jones College. So now this is going to bring up Rachel Sternisha. Shows bunt, takes it for a strike. Take a look at some Sonic stats here on Rachel Sternisha. She's batting .379 on the year. She's got a .481 on base percentage and a .524 slugging percentage. Those stats being brought to you by the Sonic of Fulton, a proud sponsor of ICC Athletics here on the ICC Sports Network. Sternisha looked at that pitch low, thought about the snap throw down to first. There is not one, so Miney will get back without an issue. Maddie is over there at first base. She drew a walk after falling behind in the count 1-2. Rachel at the plate. She's playing second base, which is where she's been all season. Runner goes, throw down, it's in time. Good job that time as Miney just did not quite get the jump she was looking for, and that's going to be 2-6 on the putout of Maddie Miney on the stolen base attempt. And now Rachel looking at a 2-1 lead here. So a good job that time on the part of Mackenzie Dolan to toss her out on the steal attempt and erase the runner. And now there's one out here in the top of the first inning. We're scoreless here in Scuba. Sternisha is waiting the pitch. Swung on and missed. Good job that time. Kind of fooled her with a little bit quicker of a pitch that time out of the hand of Booney. And now the count evens up at 2-2 with one out. And a runner over there, or no, excuse me, now nobody on after the runner was caught stealing. Change up, hangs up for a ball. 3-2 now goes the count. Behind Rachel is going to be Samantha Conley on deck. Of course, we talk about Samantha. You want to go and follow us on Twitter at Let's Go ICC. Check out today's Renaissance Bank Water Play Wednesday featuring Samantha Conley, as that's going to be a walk issued there to Rachel Stranisha. So that caught stealing is really big now for East Mississippi, as the runner would have been on first and second with no outs, but instead, runner at first with one out. Now this is Samantha Conley. We also do want to say congratulations, and you'll see it if you check out our What a Play Wednesday, is congratulations to Samantha. She got engaged over the weekend, so maybe some of that energy and excitement will carry on to the softball field this afternoon. That pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 now is the count. Steady wind this afternoon, as it's blowing left center, shifting a little bit more out center field at time, but for the most part blowing towards the scoreboard. As 0-1 is the count here to Conley. This pitch fouled back, and it's going to sneak out of play. And 0-2 now is the count. After Conley, it's going to be Summer Kreider on deck. So no balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. Nobody, or excuse me, a runner at first. And they got her looking at strike 3, a pitch that knifed away from the batter that time, and Conley will go down looking for out number 2 with the first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day. Renaissance Bank, understanding you, renaissancebank.com. So after back-to-back walks, a strikeout there finds the second out of the inning, and now this is going to bring up the third baseman, Summer Kreider. Kreider looks that pitch across for a strike. Good job by Mooney. She kind of got a little loose early on against Maddie Miney. She got a little help by the catcher throwing her out, trying to steal second, and now it's settled down and is filling up the strike zone nicely. 0-1 now is the count. A little off speed that just a little bit outside for the umpire's liking. 1-1 now goes the count. If Summer were to find her way on base, it'll be Macy Cox, the DP, up next for the Indians. Take a look at some stats on Summer Kreider. She's averaging .301 on the season. .381 is her own base percentage, and a slugging percentage of .621. Pops this one up. Right fielder. It's going to drift over, going to camp underneath it, and squeeze it for the out. Good job that time by East Mississippi. After back-to-back walks to start the inning, was able to settle down and retire, or I should say, retire the final 2 batters, and also catching Maddie Mighty trying to steal. All right, let's take a look at today's Coca-Cola starting lineups being brought to you by the Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works. ICC and Coke, now that's a winning combination, and Coach Andy Kirks, hope he's got that winning combination put together here this afternoon against East Mississippi. We've already introduced you to the first 4 batters of the game. Maddie Miney, the shortstop, Rachel Stranisha, the second baseman, Samantha Conley, who is catching, and Summer Kreider, who is playing over at third base. Batting 5th will be your DP. That's going to be Macy Cox. Batting in the 6th spot will be your first baseman, Casey Carpenter. Batting 7th and playing in right field is Jessica Davis. Batting 8th and playing in left field is Joanna Vasquez. And then batting 9th is going to be Hope Harbin. She'll be playing in center field. In the circle for the Indians here in game 1 is going to be Olivia Burns. Olivia could tie the career wins record with a win this afternoon. Let's take a look at some Sonic stats on Olivia. She's 14-4 on the year. She's got 2 saves. She has pitched 110 1/3 innings. She has 78 hits, 44 runs, 32 of those were earned. She's walked 47, has struck out 111 batters. She has a 2.03 ERA. Now let's take a look at today's batting lineup, or the batting order here for East Mississippi. It's going to be Kelsey English leading things off. She's playing second base. Megan Cummings will be in left field. Hope Timms will be the DP. Mackenzie Dolan will be catching. Madeline Wilkes will be playing shortstop. Avery Bushline will be over at third base. Blake Baum. Man, I want to screw that up every day. That's a tongue tire. Blake Baum will be playing at first base. Brittany Boone is pitching, and Caitlin Reeves will be batting the 9th spot and playing in right field. The flex today will be Riley Huckleby. She's playing in center field. So we move now to the bottom of the first inning. Still scoreless. ICC got something going in the top of the first, but some nice defensive plays by East Mississippi negated that. And it's going to be Kelsey English, the second baseman, to lead things off here in the bottom of the first inning for the Lions.
Number 5, Kelsey English.
So English is going to dig things in. You see the infield coming in here for ICC, anticipating the slap hit, especially there on the left side. The first baseman playing back at regular depth. That pitch going to miss for a ball. 1-0 now is the count here on English. English, Cummings, and Timms all due up here. As Burns getting set to deliver. And that pitch missing outside. 2-0 now is the count. Olivia, not really a big fan of those last two calls, not getting that corner. One of those you got to kind of earn as you go throughout the contest. 2-0 now is the count here on English. And that one missing as well. Well, that one looked pretty good from my point of view, but from my point of view, doesn't matter. 3-0 now is the count. So English, you figure the red light's going to be on here, as she's going to try to do much like ICC did and start the inning off with a walk. And she does. That pitch drifts high, and English 4 straight pitches, and she's going to head down to first base. So a positive start to the inning there for the Lions.
Number 17,
Coach Kirk's going to come out quickly and try to settle down his sophomore pitcher here. ICC, they moved up to number 10 in the rankings. They're 25-10-1 in overall. They're 15-3 in conference play. That's tied for first place heading into this afternoon's doubleheader. East Mississippi 7-20 on the year, 7-15 inside conference play. And that 7-20, 7-15 record's a little deceiving, if you will. Pretty good softball team that if once they can put it all together can really cause some teams some problems. We saw that in their doubleheader with Gulf Coast. Took Gulf Coast to the wire before ultimately dropping that game 1-0. Played Jones well. So it's a team that, if they can get some breaks to go the way of the girls, can really, really make something happen this afternoon. So a leadoff walk to English, and now this is going to bring up the left fielder, Megan Cummings. That pitch across for a strike for Cummings. She is .286 on the year. She got a .398 on base percentage and a .400 slugging percentage. Those are your Sonic stats here on the number 2 batter, Megan Cummings. So a runner at first base. That pitch across for a strike. Well, whatever Coach Andy Kirk said, he just needs to bottle that up and save it for another day, as after 4 straight pitches for a ball, Burns has battled back quickly here to get ahead in the count now, 0-2. That pitch missing outside. Looked the runner back to first. May have been a pitch out to see if she might get her to chase one. Did not, so a good eye on the part of Cummings that time. English, she does have 9 steals on the season. She's 9 of 10 on stolen bases. She's tied for the lead on the team. Runner goes. Ball's popped up. This is going to be trouble, but there's Joanna Vasquez to get it out. Then the throw over to first is not in time. But a good job by JoJo to have the wherewithal to quickly whip that one back in and see if you might have been able to get a double up, but they did not. So just rule that one a fly out to left field for out number 1, and now this is going to be Hope Timms.
Number 21, the designated player, Hope Timms.
So DP Hope Timms will dig in here for East Mississippi. She's .395 batting average, has a .409 on base percentage, and a .698 slugging percentage. That's high on the team. Runner goes and got her.
That's 2, baby, that's 2.
Nice job by Samantha Conley to get that out. Let's take a look at it on the Little Caesars instant replay. Second time we've seen a runner get thrown out today. It's going to be 2-6 on the put out on the play. So now there's 2 outs in the inning, and that pitch also goes for a strike on Timms. So 0-1 is the count. 0-1 offering coming. That pitch missing up a little bit. 1-1 now is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Nobody on here for the Lions. We're in the bottom of the first inning, scoreless here in Scuba between ICC and East Mississippi. That pitch inside missing. 2-1 now is the count here to Timms. If Timms were to reach and to be Dolan, the catcher, up next for East Mississippi. We do thank everyone that's tuning in here on 95.1 The Farm, your new hometown country music station, as this pitch turned on, blasted, but foul. Well, that, if it could have stayed straight down the line, it would have been a no-doubter off the bat of Timms, as she just cranked that one that time. But nothing but an exciting, long foul ball there, so the ICC fans can breathe a sigh of relief. So waiting the 2-2 pitch here, changeup, and it's going to fall off the table just a little bit too soon, and 3-2 now goes the count. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Pitch coming. It's going to be a grounder, but it's going to be a foul ball. Real quick with a break in the action, we got to give a shout out to Miss Dana Kirk's 3rd graders out there at Saltillo. They're tuning in and listening. Hopefully did a good job at school today, so they're getting rewarded by listening to today's broadcast. So shout out to all the third graders out there at Saltillo. 3-2 is the count. ICC looking for the exit here. That's going to be a ground ball. It's got a little funky English on it. Conley picks it up, zips it over for the out. Nicely done that time by Samantha Conley to find the third out of the inning. So after a runner was caught trying to steal an unconventional 3-up, 3-down inning there for the Lions. We'll take a break and let's hear from the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi and be back with more right after this. We've played one. We're scoreless here in Scooba.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here, and it's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
Celebrate outrageous amounts of toppings with Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest. With the most cheese and now with the most toppings at the nation's best price. Create your favorite pizza starting at $6. Pay, then express pickup at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we go now to the top of the second inning. A real quick correction for those East Mississippi fans that may be watching here on the ICC Sports Network. The pitcher's last name is Brittany Bonney. So Brittany and her family, I do apologize for saying that wrong. The Honorable David Rosinski, the SID here that does such a great job East Mississippi, came in real quick, said, Gordon, no, this is how it should be said. And so David looking out for me there. Always appreciate everything David and the direct crew does here at East Mississippi. Well, this first pitch is lifted. It's going to be deep. It's not going to be out of the ballpark. Macy Cox is going to start us off with a double, though. Well, thought that one might have a chance to carry as Macy wasting little to no time as she lifts the first pitch she sees, bounces it off the wall for a double. And so ICC with a pretty good start here to the top of the second inning, and now this is going to be Casey Carpenter coming to the plate here for ICC. 0-0 is your score after that double off the bat of Macy Cox. Casey Carpenter is going to stand in, takes that first pitch, a beauty for a strike. 0-1 now is the count here to Casey Carpenter. Casey, a freshman, she's out of Grenada. Talked to her over the weekend, and I was like, are you legit Grenada, or are you like Scobie, Coffeyville? But she's legit Grenada. Says a little bit closer to Carrollton is where she's from. She's batting .284 on the year. .349 is her own base percentage. .442 is the slugging percentage. Big swing and a miss that time for Carpenter, and now 0-2 is the count. Well, one thing you got to do visiting teams when you come to East Mississippi, the park is rather deceiving. It looks a lot shorter than it actually is, and then when the wind's blowing, it makes you even more hungry to try to put one out of the ballpark. But the park plays a little bit deeper than it looks here, and it has for years. So that pitch drifting high and outside for a ball. So 1-2 now is the count here to Carpenter. Waited on the changeup. It's going to be a grounder to the shortstop. Only one play, and that's going to be to third, and then she drops it. Now they're going to ask Carpenter to score, and she will. So that's going to be an error on the play. E3 is going to be the official ruling there, and ICC takes a 1-0 lead on the error. And heads-up play that time on the part of Casey Carpenter to scamper from first to second to move into scoring position. And now this is going to bring up Jessica Davis, the right fielder. So Davis is going to dig in here. ICC leads it 1-0. Big time double. Macy was able to scamper around and score. And swing and a miss on the rise ball there for strike one. Take a look at some stats on Jessica Davis. And she is her traditional spelling, Jessica, but prefers to be called Jessica. So I guess technically you take the I out. She's batting .300 on the year. .394 is her own base percentage, and .425 is the slugging. That was a changeup that hung up just a bit too high. Jessica takes it for a ball. 1-1 now goes the count. Third baseman's in front of the bag a little bit, trying to anticipate maybe a slap bunt or a bunt attempt here to sacrifice the runner over to third. There's no outs. Runner at second here. ICC with a 1-0 lead in the top of the second. Davis does show bunt. And they're going to say she fouled it back, so Carpenter will head back to second base. And 1-2 now is the count here on Davis. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and no outs. Runner at second base, that's going to be Casey Carpenter, who reached on an error that allowed a run to score for ICC. That was a double by Macy Cox, who came around to score on the error. This pitch popped up. Major league pop-up here. Now the pitcher calls everyone off and makes the play. Well, those type plays are going to be a little bit more difficult than people think today, as Davis is retired on that infield pop-up that time. But the way the wind's blowing in the upper part of the atmosphere, not the extreme upper atmosphere, but once you kind of get above the press box, it could play it around a little bit. And if you're looking towards, I guess you could say, if your screen right in this situation would be the pitcher's left, you're looking back into the sun. So that can get a little tricky. And now this is going to be Joanna Vasquez here for the Indians. JoJo playing in left field. She and Ellie Miney kind of share that position throughout the season, and JoJo's been hot here lately, so ICC trying to keep that bat in the lineup. She's going to pop this one up, and the catcher goes back and makes the play. Outstanding play that time on the part of the catcher, Dolan, as that bunt just couldn't quite get on top of it, did JoJo, as she pops that one back, and now there's 2 outs, and this is going to be Hope Harbin coming to the plate. I have been very impressed with the play of Mackenzie Dolan so far in the contest, as she is done solid. There's going to be a ground ball that's going to get through. They're going to ask Carpenter to try to score from second. The throw is not going to be in time, and ICC now takes a 2-0 lead. Well, good job by Hope. As the throw came in, she had the wherewithal to quickly truck over to second, so that's going to be an RBI single for Harbin. Carpenter, who reached on an error, comes around and scores. And now we go back to the top of the lineup here in Maddie Miney. Miney walked to start the contest and was caught trying to steal. 2-6 on the putout of Miney, as that pitch misses for a ball. 2-0 now is the score. ICC. We're in the top of the second inning. Well, baseball, if you're looking for it, Kahoma was supposed to stream it today, but I understand, judging by Twitter, there's a few issues with their stream, as that pitch across for a strike to Maddie Miney. So if you are looking for baseball, or you want to keep up with baseball, you can follow us on Twitter at Let's Go ICC. That's at Let's Go ICC. Lee Adams is out there. It's not technically Clarksdale where it's located. As the ball gets away, the throw down to third is not in time, so a wild pitch will allow Harbin to advance that time. And so now a base hit here could be really big for the Indians, maybe even a pass ball. Although there's not a lot of real estate behind home plate, so it's one of those you can get a friendly bounce. As there's going to be a flare out to the gap, and it's going to drop for a hit. Miney's going to look at 2. The outfielder falls down, so that's going to go for a double. And it's going to score another run. Let's take a look at that on the Little Caesars instant replay. Maddie Miney with her first of the day. 2-out hitting has been clutch for the Indians so far this inning, as Hope Harbin, who singled, drove in a run, also advanced on a wild pitch. She came in to score. Makes it 3-0 now. ICC here in the top of the second. And now we go to the number 2 batter in the lineup. This is going to be Rachel Sternisha. So 2 outs, as Rachel Sternisha, who walked and was left stranded in the previous inning, stands in and takes that first pitch high for a ball. So a nice job by the Indians finding the bats. They got the benefit of an error and then a couple of 2-outs hits. That pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 now is the count here to Rachel Sternisha. You've got Maddie Miney at second. She doubled to plate. Hope Harbin, ICC now leads it 3-0. Samantha Conley is on deck for ICC. 1-1 pitch, paints that outside corner. Some of the ICC faithful not necessarily liking the call there. 1 ball, 2 strikes now, and 2 outs. As Sternisha is at the plate, you've got Maddie Miney at second. That pitch outside, evens at the count now at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner at second. We're in the top of the second, so let's call it Deuces Wild here for the Indians. They lead it 3-0, however, so that kind of takes the Deuces Wild completely off the board. Is that pitch? Missing low and inside. Now the count goes full at 3-2. Scott Conley, he's checking in with us. Sam's dad, and Sam is on deck. He would love to listen to her get in bat this inning here. This one's going to be popped back and out of play over the top of us here in the ICC Alumni Affairs and Foundation broadcast booth. For more information on how you can contribute to Itawamba Community College, visit iccms.edu. That's iccms.edu. So the count stays at 3-2. 2 outs and a runner at second here for the Indians. Stradisha looks at that one. Pitch goes high, and that's going to be ball 4. For the second time today, Rachel will reach on a walk, and now with runners on first and second with 2 outs, this is going to be Samantha Conley coming to the plate. Conley struck out looking on a pitch she thought was outside. The umpire said got just enough of the plate to get her looking at strike 3. That was the second out of the first inning, so looking to redeem herself here. Waits on the changeup, slaps it down the line, but it's going to drift foul and out of play. 0-1 now. It is the count here on Sam. See if we can get you some updates here on baseball. It's final now in Clarksdale. We'll tell you about that after this pitch as it goes across for a strike. 0-2 now is the count. ICC, number 4 in the country, they pick up a 11-2 win in 7 innings over Coahoma. That's in Game 1. So ICC, they're chasing down that regular season and MACJC championship, taking care of business early there in Game 1 in Clarksdale. And Conley looks at that one. Ball gets away. They're going to throw it down, and then it's going to be an out. So a nice pitch that time as Conley just upset with herself after chasing one on the inside. Couldn't beat the throw down, and that's going to end the inning. Second time that Conley has struck out this afternoon. But the Indians get 3 runs on 4 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base. 3-0 is your score. ICC with the lead. We're going to take the timeout and come back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Student involvement is a top priority here at Itawamba Community College.
If you want to be involved with student government, then the Student Government Association is the place for you.
If you have a stellar GPA, then Phi Theta Kappa is for you.
If you're interested in the diverse culture of our campus population, then the Diversity Club is for you.
If you're interested in leadership and service, then Indian Delegation is for you.
If you're majoring in computer programming or computer networking, then CPNA, the Computer Programming Networking Association, is for you.
If you're interested in good conversations and free lunch on Thursdays, then the Wesley Foundation is for you.
Our health science programs also have specific organizations for those majors.
Student Activities is excited to bring you new opportunities here at the ICC Tupelo campus.
Whatever your passion may be, we have a place for you.
This video is brought to you by Phi Theta Kappa, Beta Chi Sigma, Tupelo campus.
Crunchy Fritos, warm chili, melty cheese, all together for 99 cents. Like real comfort food.
I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone, and these guys keep pulling me back in. Pulling me back in!
Hurry in for Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves starting at 99 cents. And try order ahead to get happy hour anytime. Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves. A Fritos chili pie. Juicy Junior Burger. Or Junior Wrap. Does all this comfort come at a price? Yes, it starts at 99 cents. Hurry in for Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we shift now to the bottom of the third inning. ICC with a 3-0 lead after putting 3 runs on 4 hits and 1 error in the top half of the inning. For East Mississippi to be the 4, 5, 6 batters due up: Dolan, Wilkes, and Bushline.
Number 22, Mackenzie Dolan.
So Bolin going to try to spark the bats here for East Mississippi. Game 1, and only Game 1 today, will be available here on 95.1 The Farm, your new hometown country music station. As that pitch missing high and inside for a ball. Olivia Burns is in the circle here for ICC. If you have to step away from your radio or your computer, you can keep up with the game on Twitter. As that pitch missing for a ball and getting a few oohs and ahs out of the ICC faithful down below us. So Olivia going to have to find a way to battle back here. 2-0 now is the count. And that pitch missing for a ball. So Olivia just can't quite find the zone here early. Struggled early in the bottom of the first. Doing it again here. She did get some nice defensive efforts. So waiting the 3-0 pitch here, and that's going to be a walk. So for the second straight inning, Olivia has delivered 4 straight pitches and failed to find the zone, and that's her second walk of the day.
Number 7, Madeline Wilkes.
And so now this will be Wiltz coming to the plate, the shortstop. As East Mississippi trails at 3-0, they're going to try to spark the bats here and see if they can find a way to climb back into it. You hear the chants of ball 5 coming from the East Mississippi dugout. Instead, Olivia zips that one across for a strike. Good job by Olivia that time to battle back and find the zone after struggling with 4 straight pitches that allowed Dolan to reach on the walk. So with no outs and a runner at first, 0-1 now is the count. This pitch lifted. Vasquez dancing around, going back in left field, will squeeze it for the out. Again, anything to the left side of the field or high in the pop-ups today are going to be interesting as the sun is out, shining bright here in Scuba. So with 1 away now, this is going to be Avery Bushline. So Bushline will come in to bat here with 1 out and a runner over at first base. 3-0 is your score, bottom of the second. ICC with the lead here in Scuba over East Mississippi. ICC number 10 in the country. They come in with a record of 25-10-1, 15-3 in conference play. As that pitch goes high for a ball. East Mississippi 7-20 overall, 7-15 inside conference play. So 1-0 now is the count. 1 out. Runner over at first base. That's Dolan, the catcher, who started the inning off with a walk. She wants to go. Swung on and missed. Throw down to second is not going to be in time. So a stolen base there for Dolan. So now runner in scoring position here. And this is Avery Bushline. As 1-1 is the count after that swinging strike. 1 out and a runner at second. ICC with a 3-0 lead. Changeup goes high. 2-1 now is the count. Well, that's a pitch. If you can get working for you well, is a beautiful pitch in the game of softball. But right now, Burns just can't quite find the zone when she goes to that changeup. She's been struggling leaving things up in the zone, so you got to be careful when you do that. And that pitch goes high. 3-1 now is the count. 3 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out. Runner at second. We're in the bottom of the second. ICC with a 3-0 lead here in game 1. Take a look down the first baseline, and you see a very familiar face as this pitch is lifted. It's going to be foul and out of play. But, yeah, you look down the first baseline right now, and a very familiar face for ICC fans as former ICC All-American Kimmy Nicholson is the assistant coach. You see her there in the corner of your screen as she's going to drift away back behind first base. But the assistant coach here at East Mississippi now as the count goes full, 3-2. Olivia looking for her first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day. Can she get it? She does. A big-time Renaissance Bank strikeout there for Olivia Burns. Let's take a look at that on the Little Caesars instant replay. Painted that inside corner of the plate. She thought it was ball 4. Instead, the umpire says, not so fast. There's strike 3, the first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day for Olivia Burns. Renaissance Bank, understanding you, RenaissanceBank.com. So now with 2 outs and a runner at second base, this is going to be Blake Bond at the plate. Looks at that pitch low and inside for a ball. Blake leading the, or excuse me. Out of the box, Blue! Yep, leading the team with 3 home runs on the year. As that pitch missing inside. 2-0 now goes the count here to Blake Bond. Runner at second base. There's 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. ICC with a 3-0 lead after scoring 3 runs in the top part of the second inning, out for 4 hits and 1 error. This is going to be a little nubber. It's going to be a tough play. Second baseman's going to have to hurry. Throw over is in time, but then it's going to be an error. So E3 on the play that time is a great play by Rachel Stranisha, and thought she kind of had to rush that throw a little bit too much. The ball went in and out of the glove of Casey Carpenter over at first base, so a big-time break there, a 2-out error now, and the Lions have runners on the corners here. And this is going to bring up Brittany Bonney. Well, Brittany Bonney can really help her own cause with the base hit here. 2 outs, runners on first and third here for the Lions. So that was a great play on the part of Stranisha. Just unfortunately, ICC just could not hold on to the ball. to record the third out. This pitch popped up, and it's going to be squeezed for the out. Joanna Vasquez runs in 3 steps and squeezes it for the putout, the second putout of the inning for JoJo, and a big time out there as ICC gets out of the inning with no damage done. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 error, 2 left on base. We've played 2 here in Scuba. ICC leads it 3-0. We'll take a break and hear a few words from our sponsors, including Davis Ford, and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs, and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion, or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton, or online davisfordsales.com.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Celebrate outrageous amounts of toppings with Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest. With the most cheese and now with the most toppings at the nation's best price. Create your favorite pizza starting at $6. Pay, then express pickup at Little Caesars.
Pizza. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as it's going to be the 4, 5, 6 batters due up here for ICC. Summer Kreider, Macy Cox, and Casey Carpenter. ICC leads it 3-0 as we move to the top of the third inning. They scored 3 runs on 3 hits and 1 error. That was in the top of the second. A pair of doubles highlighted that inning. A double off the bat of Macy Cox and a RBI double off the bat of Maddie Miney. That's the big difference in the game right now. Summer Kreider swings on the first pitch she sees. This one popped up. Shortstop's going to go back and can't make the play. And their throw in is going to be backed up that time by the right fielder, but we'll have to give that a hit because the shortstop had to range back far for it and kind of stretched out for the ball. The left fielder never really saw it that time, so that's going to drop for a hit for the Indians. And we're going to have a runner come into this situation for Summer Kreider, and this is going to be Lily Moore, I believe, coming in to run. Actually, it looks like it's going to be number 6 coming to run. If that's number 6, and that's Hannah Sparks. So Hannah Sparks will come in to run. The first time we've seen Hannah run in quite a while after an injury. So good to see Hannah back in the lineup. Now the region she's coming in to run for Summer Kreider. Summer hampered with an ankle injury today. So now this is going to be Macy Cox at the plate. She had a double the last time she was at bat. Stands in, swings at that one, misses for a strike. Good pitch that time as that one was kind of tailing away from the batter. 0-1 now is the count here to Macy Cox. So you've got Hannah Sparks over at first base running in the place of Summer Kreider, who just had a little bloop single, or a single that dropped in between the left fielder and the shortstop. Change up that hangs up. Keeps the count now at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Runner at first here for the Indians here in the top of the third inning, game 1. Remind you, if you're listening here on 95.1 The Farm, that you can watch game 2 on Let'sGoICCTV.com, the red channel. That's Let'sGoICCTV.com/red, as ICC had a hit and run on that time. The pitch was fouled back and out of play. 1-2 now is the count here on Macy Cox. Of course, we're quickly closing in on the end of the school year. Graduation coming up the second week of May, and that means one thing and one thing only. We'll be in postseason play with baseball and softball. That's a pitch outside for a ball. 2-2 now is the count. And now they're going to throw the run down to second, and she's going to get caught. So just a little rundown situation there. And 2-6 is the put out, and Sparks shaken up as she runs off the field, and so now the count goes 2-2 here on Macy Cox. So second time the Indians have had a runner caught trying to steal a base. As this is going to be down the line. If it stays fair, it's trouble, but it's foul. About 3-foot foul down the line that time. So now we'll come back and do it all over again with a 2-2 count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. That one was trouble. So Macy comes back with a 2-2 count. Looks at that change up, fouls it off, and it will stay at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nice at bat going right now here for Macy Cox, as she has fouled off a few pitches to keep that at bat alive here. So waiting this 2-2 offering here from Bonnie. Bonnie trying to find a way to win this at bat. So is Macy here. So a good battle between Macy Cox and Bonnie, the pitcher. 2-2 pitch coming. Macy lifts this one, and it's going to be foul again. So about the 4th foul ball of this at bat here, and Macy battling. Good chase put on that time by Megan Cummings out in left field. She just couldn't quite get to it as the ball was carrying away from her, and the count will now stay at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Nobody on base here for the Indians. So waiting the 2-2 offering again from Bonnie. That was the 5th foul ball of this at-bat by Macy Cox. Pitch is on its way. Macy reaches it down, and guess what? Fouls it off again. Well, a good battle here at the plate by Macy Cox. Just got to find a way to win that battle right now if you're Macy. East Mississippi, however, would love to find that second out of the inning. See if they can get a 3-up, 3-down inning and get the bats back to the plate in the bottom half of the 3rd. 3-0, ICC is the lead. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. Great job that time on the part of Brittany Bonnie to find a way to win that at-bat. Got a ground ball right back to her, 1-3 on the putout of Macy Cox for those of you scoring at home. And now this is going to bring up Casey Carpenter. Carpenter 0 for 1. She did reach on an error and score a run. That was part of that 3-run second inning. So she's going to try to find the bats here and spark them with 2 outs in the inning. Waits on that change up. It's all over the head of the pitcher. Well, a good job that time by Casey just to lay back and wait on that one. 2-out hitting's been pretty solid today for ICC. So now that was a hit there. They put it up as an error on the board. Wow. Of course, that is not the official scoring. Now this is going to be Jessica Davis, and Davis looks at that pitch low for a ball. So 1-0 is the count here to Jessica Davis. She popped up to the pitcher for the first out of the second inning, trying to redeem herself here. That pitch missing low. 2-0 now goes the count. So 2 balls, no strikes, and 2 outs. Davis pops this one up. Left fielder's giving chase, going to drift over in foul territory, but she's there in time for the out. So ICC puts a runner on first base, but a fly out to foul territory in left field ends the inning. So ICC gets no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We'll move to the bottom of the 3rd, but when we do, we'll take a break and come back and after we hear from Cagle Eye Center here on the ICC Sports Network.
The longer a person has diabetes, the more likely they are to develop diabetic retinopathy. If left untreated, diabetic retinopathy can lead to blindness. That's why it's important for diabetics to have a comprehensive eye examination with dilation once a year. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
Itawamba Community College is now offering 3-day weekends. You can be one of the first to take advantage of a compact course schedule with a majority of classes offered Monday through Thursday. Let us customize your education to fit your needs. Become a part of the ICC family and apply today at apply.iccms.edu. ICC, the best start here.
And welcome back. So we got a couple of Sonic position changes here for the Indians, as moving from first base to third base now is going to be Casey Carpenter. Macy Cox, who was the DP, she's going to come in now at first base. So that is your Sonic position changes there. We talked about it. Summer Kreider had that ankle injury, so it was questionable if she'll be available today, and so she is coming out defensively. So now infield is in this situation. So Casey Carpenter, who has been playing first base for majority of the year, now coming in at third base. Is that pitch missing high for a ball? So 1-0 is the count here. This is Catherine Reeves, the number 9 batter. She's coming in for her first at bat of the day. That pitch missing. 2-0 now is the count. But you can see the left side of the infield is in. Second baseman coming in a little bit. First base staying back there at their normal position. And that pitch missing as well. So Olivia just cannot seem to locate or find, not say locate, she's pitching the ball well. She just can't seem to figure out what the umpire wants to call a ball or a strike right now. And for the most part, he's calling them a ball. That one across for a strike. If Olivia has led off the first inning, led off the second inning, each with a walk, trying to avoid that here in the bottom of the third. 3-0 is your score. ICC with the lead, game 1 at East Mississippi. As there's a slap hit, it's going to be foul off the netting. And 3-2 now is the count. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, as this is Reeves leading us off. It'll be English and Cummings due up here for East Mississippi in the bottom of the third inning. We do thank those that are watching here on the Let's Go ICC TV Red channel, and also do want to say a special hello as there's strike 3. Do want to say a special hello to those that are watching in support of the Lions this afternoon, as that is the second Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day. Renaissance Bank, understanding you, renaissancebank.com. And now we go back to Kelsey English. English walked but was caught trying to steal second. She was erased 2-6 in the bottom of the first, as that pitch across for a strike. 0-1 now is the count. Well, if she can get something up the middle or something over the head of the pitcher, that's where the gap is right now for ICC. There's a dribbler right back to the pitcher. Glove nicely that time by Olivia Burns. Tosses it over for the putout. 1-3 for those of you that might be scoring at home. And now this is going to be Megan Cummings coming to the plate. She flew out to left field for the second out of the first inning. So she's looking to redeem herself and see if she can spark the bats here in the bottom of the third. 3-0 is your score. ICC with the lead here, game 1 at East Mississippi. Change up, and it just falls right into the zone for a strike. Good pitch that time by Olivia. She's been struggling with that change up today. Went for it on the first pitch that time and confused the batter and got a call for a strike. 0-1 now is the count. And this time she just zips that one across. 0-2. Quickly ahead in the count now is Olivia Burns. 0-2 with 2 outs in the inning. So the 0-2 offering coming here. That one drifting high. Good eye at that time on the part of Cummings. Couldn't get her to chase one high out of the zone. 1-2 now goes the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on base here for the Lions. Trying to spark a rally with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. They trail it 3-0. Ground ball, third baseman Carpenter gets it, throws it over in time for the putout. So the new 2 substitutions into the game. Casey Carpenter and Macy Cox combined for the final out of the inning. So a 3-up, 3-down, bottom of the third there for the Lions. And they get no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. 3-0, ICC with the lead after 3 complete. We'll take a break and be back with the top of the 4th inning Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Crunchy Fritos, warm chili, melty cheese, all together for 99 cents. It's like real comfort food.
I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone, and these guys keep pulling me back in. Pulling me back in.
Hurry in for Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves starting at 99 cents. And try order ahead to get happy hour anytime. Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves. A Fritos chili pie. Juicy Junior Burger. Or Junior Wrap. Does all this comfort come at a price? Yes, it starts at 99 cents. Hurry in for Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set here for the top of the fourth inning. For ICC, it'll be the 8-9-1 batters due up. Joanna Vasquez, Hope Harbin, and Maddie Miney. ICC leads at 3-0 after a 3-run top of the second inning. Trying to find a way to see if they can build on those leads here, pick up some of those insurance runs. And, of course, we talk about those insurance runs. We talk about your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, as Joanna Vasquez swings at the first pitch she sees. Second baseman is going to go back and makes the play. She falls down but hangs on to it for the out. So a nice play there by the second baseman to be able to find the ball and hang on to it as she fell to the ground for out number one. So right now, if you're JoJo, you just look over to the second baseman, tip your hat, and say good job.
And now batting for the Lady Indians, number 17, Hope Harbin.
And now this will be Hope Harbin coming to the plate. Hope had an RBI single. She advanced on the throw to second and also advanced on a wild pitch before coming around to score on a double by Maddie Miney, who is on deck here for the Indians. So Hope will dig in here, waiting the first pitch. Listen to that pitch. Kind of dodged out of the way of it, but called a strike. 0-1 now is the count here to Hope Harbin. Hope batting .319 on the year. She's got a .351 on base percentage. .375 is her slugging. So 0-1 now is the count here to Hope Harbin. Listen to that pitch, missing low for a ball. 1-1 now goes the count. There's one out after a nice play at second base. The second baseman made the catch, started falling as she made the catch, and was able to barehand the ball and hold on to it as she went to the ground. As Harbin pops this one up, left side, is it deep enough? Left fielder's going to go back and can't find it. It's over her head. Harbin's going to look at third base, and she's going to get there with ease. So that's going to go for a triple for Hope. Thought it had a chance to get out of the ballpark. And that's what we said, left side of the field, looking back at the sun, it's going to be tough this afternoon. And unfortunately for the left fielder, that's kind of what happened there. And it looks like we may have a substitution coming in the game here for East Mississippi in that position. And yes, it is, and it's going to be number 14 coming into the game. Candace Jefferson will now come in at left field as the throw was to second, and Harbin saw that, so she never really checked up, so that's going to go for a one-out triple. So the new left fielder is Candace Jefferson. That's a Sonic of Fulton position change for East Mississippi. So with the runner at third base and one out, now this is going to be Maddie Miney, who doubled in her previous at-bat. She walked in her first at-bat, was caught trying to steal second. Indians lead at 3-0, looking for more. Maddie just could not find that little off-speed pitch, way ahead of that one that time, strike one. So 0-1 is the count here to Maddie Miney. Or as I sometimes refer to her as, Not Ellie, as she is the twin sister of Ellie Miney, who also plays for ICC. Is waiting this 0-1 pitch. Outside for a ball. For those that may be tuning in for the first time, listening on the radio, obviously for the first time, this is our first radio broadcast of the year. I explained why I call her not Ellie. The first time I met her, I playfully called her Ellie, and she politely said, "No, I'm not Ellie," and it stuck. So she has been not Ellie for all season. 1-1 now is the count. And Miney fouls that one back, skips off the top of the net, and gets out of play. 1-2 now is the count. Now, they are not identical twins. You can tell them apart once you know who's who.
Stay close, 12, guard it.
As now the count goes 1-2 here with one out, of course. You get to know the players a little bit more. You get to pick on them a little bit more. I call Ellie the perfect twin. as the snap throw to third, actually no throw, as Hope Harmon dives back without any issues. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out now. Runner at third base for Maddie Miney. Maddie's got 26 RBIs, so she had an RBI last time. As this one popped out to right field. Right fielder's going to go back, and she's going to make the catch. No, she's going to drop it. And now Miney's going to round second, head to third, and she'll get there standing up. Now the ball gets away, and she's going to head around the bases. Throw home is not in time. It's a triple and an error. Okay, so that's what I was thinking as well. So a triple and E9 on the play. And we're going to look at that on the Little Caesars instant replay.
I mean, I thought she had it. Did it come out of the glove?
Also gets an RBI on the play.
Like this, but then it kept going. Okay. She didn't squeeze it. Okay. Because I quit looking and then.
Some put the run scored on the error. So 2 runs there. Now, Little League play, that's an infield home run. But on the collegiate level, yes, that's a triple and score on the error. Either way it goes. It's 5-0 now, ICC with 1 out. And now we go to Rachel Stranisha. Rachel is, well, she's walked twice today, so not an official at bat in the contest so far for Rachel Stranisha. So ICC, they put a crooked letter on the board here, pick up a pair of insurance runs being brought to you by your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox. For all your insurance needs, whether it be home, auto, or life, stop by and see Joey there on South Adams Street. He's my insurance guy. He should be yours, too. The former ICC All-American in football, proud to sponsor ICC athletics here on the ICC Sports Network. So Rachel takes that first pitch for a ball, swings on this one, fouls it back into your living room. 1-1 now is the count. So that was a tough play out there in right field. The right fielder ran back and it looked like she had it for a second, but couldn't hold on to the hard hit ball out to right field. And Maddie Miney never stopped running on the play. Excuse me. And that's why you don't stop running on those plays. She trucked over to third. The throw in was a bad throw, and Coach Kirk quickly spun her home, and she was able to slide in for the triple and the run scored on the error. This pitch popped up. Could stay in play. Catcher's going to go back, and we'll squeeze it for the out. Well, good pitch, get the pop-up that time, and a good job once again by Dolan, who I've been very impressed with behind the plate today for East Mississippi, as she records her second out in foul territory. And so now with 2 outs in the inning, this is going to be Samantha Conley. Conley 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of strikeouts. Looking to redeem herself here with 2 outs in the inning. Conley swings the first pitch she sees, ground ball to the shortstop. Going to have to hurry, and Conley's there. Sam's got a little bit better speed than you anticipate out of a catcher, plus it was a little bit of a slow roller to the shortstop, and that's going to go for a 2-out single off the bat of Samantha Conley. 7th hit of the day for the Indians. And now this is going to be Summer Kreider to the plate, who I assume has taken over the DP role in this situation for ICC. Kreider looks at that pitch, and it's going to be a changeup that fell off the table just a bit too soon. 1-0 now is the count here to Summer Kreider. For Kreider, she's got power. The wind not blowing as hard as it was earlier, but if she can touch something, she can send it a mile here. As that pitch called a strike. 1-1 now is the count. 5-0, ICC with the lead. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Game 1 between ICC and East Mississippi. Hard hit ground ball. Shortstop's got a chance. Tosses it over to second for the putout, and that will end the inning. But ICC does get 2 runs on 3 hits and 1 error. They lead at 5-0. We'll take a break and come back with the bottom of the 4th inning, as we'll hear a few words from all of our sponsors and more here on the ICC Sports Network.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done.
Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that.
Strictly with the Coke. Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set now to head to the bottom of the fourth inning. ICC with a 5-0 lead. That was after plating 2 runs on 3 hits and 1 error in the top of the fourth inning. East Mississippi, they are going to try to find the bats here in the bottom part of the fourth inning. Olivia Verne still in the circle here for ICC. We talked about the defensive changes as Summer Kreider has now moved to the DP role. Casey Carpenter is over at third base, and Macy Cox is now at first base. That was a change made there in the bottom of the third inning. So it's going to be the 3, 4, 5 batters due up: Timms, Dolan, and Wilkes. As this pitch turned on, blasted but foul for strike 1. Updating Twitter, remind you can follow us on Twitter at Let's Go ICC. You can also follow us on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, any social media platform. Just simply search Let's Go ICC. Change up, waited on it, lifted. Left side deep, and Joanna Vasquez, no, cannot make the jumping play, so that will go for a double. As Vasquez kind of ran out of real estate there, and that's going to be the first hit of the day for East Mississippi as Timms doubles to start the inning. Thought JoJo had a chance to get the ball that time, and she just wasn't for sure how much room she had left on that warning track, as that goes for a double. We're going to have a runner coming into this situation here for East Mississippi, as this is going to be number 2, Riley Huckabee, coming in to run.
Riley Huckabee is running at second.
So yeah, remind you to follow us on Twitter at Let's Go ICC. So I'm updating that here. So now runner at second, that's going to be Huckabee, who is over at second. And now this is going to be Dolan. Dolan walked, stole the base, but was left stranded back in the second. Swings the first pitch she sees, pops it up, foul territory. And it's going to be just out of play. Well, Macy Cox did a great job of getting over there, but about another foot towards her, and it's an out, but instead it got just enough of the roof to bounce out of play for a strike. 0-1 now is the count. Well, as we said, a Chamber of Commerce-like afternoon here in Scooba. We appreciate David Rosinski for rolling out the red carpet for us here, and we do want to say a special hello to those East Mississippi fans watching here on Let'sGoICCTV.com, the red channel. Remind you, our next broadcast of ICC softball will actually be on the blue channel, as that pitch missing for a ball. But our next broadcast of ICC softball will be on the blue channel. That will be against Gulf Coast on Saturday at noon. Baseball will be playing Hines. That'll start at 2 o'clock. That'll be on the red channel. Jeremy Kennedy will have the call of that one on Saturday. That pitch goes high for ball 2. 2-1 now is the count here to Mackenzie Dolan. 5-0 is your score. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. This game's scheduled for 9 here. Softball on the radio. You don't get that too often in North Mississippi. We're happy to be able to bring that to you as that pitch in there for a strike to even up the count now at 2-2. 95.1 The Farm, your newest hometown country music station. They play a lot of 80s and 90s country music, so that music I grew up on listening to, a lot of other folks out there, and hopefully you're enjoying that. And we'll stick around after today's ball game and listen to a little bit of the music they have as this pitch lifted, back and out of play, and we'll stay at 2-2. Kevin Russell doing a great job out there at the all-new 95.1 The Farm. Talked about baseball winning the first game of the day, 11-2. As Cammie Clark checking in with me on the Snapchats, as we like to call it. 2-2 is the count. Change up, lifted. Trouble as this one's going to go to the gap. Yes, it is. It's going to drop for a hit, and they're going to ask the run to score from second. Hope Harbin made a great diving effort, just could not find it that time. Put them where they ain't. And that's going to be an RBI single off the bat of Mackenzie Dolan. Nice at bat that time by Dolan, as she just found the gap. A great effort out there in center field by Hope Harbin, just couldn't quite find it. And so now the score, 5-1 ICC. No outs and a runner at first. As that was Huckabee who came around to score. So 5-1 now is the score. Runner over at first base, that's Dolan. Dolan did steal a base after walking in her first at bat, so no outs. And that pitch missing for a ball. 1-0 now is the count. If you're listening on the radio, would like to stay around for game 2, we'll have that coming your way only on the Let's Go ICC Sports Network. Just visit letsgoicctv.com, the red channel. 1-0 now is the count. Batter's going to step out. That is Madeline Wilkes. Wilkes flew out to left field. Waits on that change-up, ground ball. Got a chance to go for 2. They get 1, and the throw is going to be an error. Or, well, too tall. So they do get the force over at second. 5-4 on the force. We call it an error that she reaches on, or just, yeah, no. So let her fly on that one, as it says. So now this is Avery Bushlawn, the third baseman. Struck out for the first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day for Olivia Burns. She has 2 of those. Renaissance Bank, the best bank in the South. You can visit them at renaissancebank.com. And she's going to be hit by the pitch, so that will... Some people call that a free pass. I don't necessarily call that a free pass. There's nothing free about getting hit by a softball. So she'll earn her way over on first base, taking one for the team is what I'll say. So now runners on first and second. They're going to give Bushlawn a chance to kind of walk that one off because I don't know if you heard it or not, but you heard a thud. So that one kind of smart. As the former ICC All-American, Coach Kimmy Nicholson, is down there talking to her, making sure she's okay, kind of laughing it off for a second, just giving her a chance to walk down the line. The home plate umpire doing a good job as well, going and getting a few extra balls as well to give her a chance to catch her breath. So now this is going to bring up Blake Bond. She reached on an error back in the second. And I'll tell you what, East Mississippi, if they can get that merry-go-round spinning here with only 1 out in the bottom of the 4th inning, things could start to get interesting. 5-1 is your score. Game 1 between ICC and EMCC. Not that far of a drive for ICC fans who typically turn out well no matter where they go, but I'd say roughly about 2 hours from Fulton here to Scuba. As this pitch fouled right back into your living room for strike 1. Pretty simple. You jump on 22, 45, and you just drive and drive and drive until you can't drive anymore. Or before you get to Meridian, I should say. And then there's Scuba. You see a couple of gas stations. You hang a right and come down the road a little bit. So 0-1 now is the count after that foul ball. That pitch missing inside. 1-1 now goes the count. So 5-1 is the score here, ICC with the lead, but East Mississippi threatening here in the bottom of the 4th. And they're going to call it a foul ball. Runner will have to go back to second. So that goes for a strike. 1-2 now is the count here on Blake Bond, the first baseman. There's 1 out. Runners on first and second here for East Mississippi, bottom of the 4th. ICC with a 5-1 lead. Can Olivia find her 3rd Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day? Boy, to be big if she could. Waiting for the pitch here. That pitch missing low for a ball. Equals the count now at 2-2. Good eye on the part of Bond that time not to chase one. After she tried to hold off on a high pitch, fouled it off. And that time holding off of that pitch in the dirt. 2-2 now is the count. Good job by Samantha Conley to keep that one in front of her. Waiting the 2-2 offering. This pitch popped up, backing out of play over the top of us here in the ICC Alumni Affairs and Foundation broadcast booth. Find out how you can help contribute to Itawamba Community College by visiting iccms.edu. That's iccms.edu. So the count stays 2-2 after a couple of foul balls. Change up, waiting on it, and it's going to be a grounder to the second baseman. They're going to throw over to third and get the force. And so the put out there is they're looking to try to turn 2 that time, but wanted to go ahead and make sure they got the for sure out. So the fielder's choice, 6-5 on the put out of Dolan.
Brittany Bonnie.
Or no, excuse me, that was actually Wilkes that was put out that time. And now this is going to bring up Brittany Bonnie. So with 2 outs in the inning, Brittany Bonnie, who is the pitcher, could really help her own cause here if she can find a base hit. See if she can extend this inning. Runners on first and second here for Bonnie. Burns, can she pitch her way around really the first jam she's had today? She did run into a little bit of trouble in the second as this pitch popped up, and it's going to get back over the netting. Drops right here in front of us. David Rosinski tried to reach his hand out the window and catch it, but elected not to. You can only do so many awesome things in a day, and David said, I'm pushing it already. So 0-1 now is the count. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. There's a liner. This is going to be to the gap. This is going to score another run. It's going to get to the wall, and that's going to go for a double for Bonnie. The throw in, though, was a little high, and ICC was able to round it up, and a big-time clutch hit there for the pitcher, Brittany Bonnie, and that's the second double of the inning. That goes for an RBI, a 2-out double. Boy, that was clutch there as Bushline come around to score. And it's now 5-2 ICC. So East Mississippi's gotten those 2 runs back in the top half of the inning. And they're looking for more here. The tying run is now at the plate here for East Mississippi. 5-2 is the score, 2 outs. And this is going to be Catherine Reeves, the number 9 batter, playing in right field, coming to the plate. Infield is in, anticipating a slap hit. Pitched across for a strike. Well, East Mississippi had not had a hit before coming into this inning, now have 3. A double by Timms, a single by Dolan, and a double by Bonnie. And they've been able to push across 2 runs. Looking for more. That pitch paints the outside corner of the plate. 0-2 now is the count. Well, the Indians going to try to get out of this inning with minimum damage done. Can they do so? East Mississippi, though, wanting to extend this inning with a 2-out hit, much like they saw off the bat of Brittany Bonnie. That pitch missing outside. Not a bad spot to miss that time by Olivia, especially after getting those last 2 pitches called for strikes. See if you couldn't get her to chase one that time. She did not. Catherine Reeves, a good eye on the part of the right fielder. So 1-2 now is the count. Left side of the infield is in. That pitch missing outside. 2-2 now goes the count here to Reeves. If Reeves were to reach, then we'll go back to the top of the lineup in Kelsey English. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at second and third. 5-2. ICC with the lead here in the bottom of the 4th inning. There's a shot up the middle. And 1 run's going to score. And that's going to go for a single. Another clutch hit there for Reeves. There was contact between the runner and the shortstop, but the ball was not near being able to be caught that time. Some of the ICC fans wanting interference call, but that's a bit of a stretch if you're going to get that one. But the 3rd run of the inning scores, and how about some clutch 2-out hitting here by East Mississippi. Runners are on the corners. Now the tying run is over at first base, and we're at the top of the lineup now in English. She is 0 for 1 of the day. She walked, was caught stealing, and then has also grounded out to the pitcher. So ICC looking for the exit. East Mississippi trying to keep that merry-go-round a spinning here in the bottom of the 4th inning. They plated 3 runs already. That was the 4th hit of the game, 4th hit of the inning. So that pitch in there for a strike. Runner goes to second. Free pass that time, basically, for Reeves, as now the tying run is in scoring position. They were hoping that the runner might try to take off from third to home as it was cut off by the second baseman. She did not. And so the stolen base with a 1-0 count puts runners at second and third. Change up, pops it up. Stranisha is going to come underneath it and get it for the out. Good pitch that time by Olivia Burns to get the soft pop up. Rachel Stranisha took care of the rest, but a big inning there for East Mississippi. They score 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and leave 2 on the base. We've got a ball game as we played 4. ICC 5, East Mississippi 3. We'll take a break and come back with the top of the 5th inning. But before we do that, let's hear a word from First American National Bank and more here on the ICC Sports Network.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here, and it's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. 5-3 is the score as we head to the top of the 5th inning. East Mississippi, a big inning there in the bottom of the 4th. After ICC plates 2, East Mississippi answered with 3 runs in the bottom half of the inning. It was 3 runs on 4 hits with 2 left on base. Actually, 2 left in scoring position. So ICC going to try to see if they can spark the bats and get some more of those insurance runs here. There's going to be a grounder, and it's going to get past the shortstop, and it's going to go for an error. So just a routine play there by the shortstop. Couldn't quite find it, as that one will go for an error. I've got that as the 3rd error of the day for East Mississippi. So now we're going to have a runner come in this situation here for ICC, and this looks to be number 16, maybe? Looks like Mackenzie Toombs. Yep, it's going to be Mackenzie Toombs, thanks to the chance coming out of the dugout of ICC. So Mackenzie will come in to run here.
Number 16 for
She's running in place of Macy Cox, who started the game as DP, is now playing first base. So now this is going to be Casey Carpenter, who started the game at first base, now playing third base. Casey looks at that pitch outside for a ball. Mackenzie, a sophomore. She is out of Ackerman, Mississippi. She has 4 stolen bases on the year, has not been caught trying to steal. She has scored 11 runs. ICC would like to see that number go to 12. Carpenter looks at that pitch. High and outside for a ball, 2-0. This is Casey Carpenter at the plate. She reached on an error back in that 3-run second inning. She singled but was left stranded in the 3rd. So 2-0 now is the count here to Casey Carpenter. She looks at that pitch missing low. Good looking pitch that time. Not sure where it missed, and I think Bonnie's the same way as she kind of looks back at the umpire looking for a explanation of where that pitch was, and he didn't offer one. So 3-0 is the count here to Carpenter. That one right down Broadway. Carpenter taking the whole way that time. 3-1 now is the count. Toombs is over at first base. She's running in place of Macy Cox, who reached on an error. So the 3-1 pitch coming. This one popped up. Second baseman's going to go back, and Toombs going to have to hurry back to first, as that one did not get as deep as she thought it was that time. And one of those pitches you probably should have laid off on that time if you're Casey. She just popped that one up.
Number 5, Jessica Davis.
So now with 1 out in the inning, and this is going to be Jessica Davis at the plate. Davis is 0 for 2. She popped up to the pitcher, flew out to left in foul territory for her first 2 at-bats in the game. So Jessica is looking to redeem herself. She is out of Cumberland, East Webster High School is where she went. This pitch lifted. This has got a chance. Left side of the field, back to the wall, and no, it's going to be off the wall. So Toombs is going to head over from first to third, and that's going to go for a big-time double off the bat of Davis. Well, again, we talked about it. That ball was hit well. You think it's out of the ballpark. This ballpark plays a lot bigger than it looks, but that's going to be a double. That's actually the 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 5th extra base hit of ICC here in game 1. So now with 1 out and runners at second and third, this is going to be Joanna Vasquez. JoJo 0 for 2. But if you ever need somebody with a clutch hit in a clutch situation, JoJo is usually the ones you want to go with. That pitch missing, or excuse me, actually called a strike. 0-1 now is the count. So can JoJo do JoJo things at this at bat? ICC trying to see if they can pick up some of those insurance runs here in the top of the fifth. They lead it 5-3. Vasquez shows bunt, lays it down. Throw over to first, as I messed up that time, so I apologize. Throw over to first was in time. My replay was queued up, so the sacrifice bunt pushes across the run. And East Mississippi did the right thing by going ahead and getting the out. So an RBI on that sacrifice bunt. That sacrifice bunt being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union. Reminding you of the ultimate sacrifice paid for our sins at the ICC BSU. They meet Monday nights at 7:07 as this pitch is popped back and out of play. They also meet Wednesdays at lunch. All they ask is bring $2 and a friend. Don't forget, $2 for your friend. Treat them to lunch and worship courtesy of the ICC BSU. 0-1 now is the count after that foul ball to Hope Harbin. Hope lifts that pitch low. Hope is 2 for 2 on the day. She's scored a pair of runs. She's got a single and a triple. And so Toombs came across the score, makes it 6-3 now. ICC looking for that 2-out hit here again. They've done it well today. Can they do it again here in the fifth? Lays it down. And only one play, and now the runner is going to dive back safely. No, they call her out. So the second time we've seen a kind of a miscue on the bases by the Indians, and ICC looked like she got underneath the tag, but the umpire had a great angle on it, and Coach Kirk did not offer any argument that time. And so a break there as that will end the inning. ICC gets 1 run in the inning. 6-3 is the score. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say, it's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza, then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6. Pizza.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back to action as we move now to the bottom of the fifth inning. ICC able to get a run back. That was whenever Macy Cox reached on an error. Mackenzie Toombs came around to score on a sacrifice or squeeze play, sacrifice bunt, if you will, for Joanna Vasquez. ICC leads it now 6-3. They did have another running mistake. Not something we're used to seeing out of ICC this year, but good job by East Mississippi finding that final out of the inning and keep the damage to a minimum. Is that pitch missing for a ball? This is the new left fielder at the plate here for East Mississippi. This is going to be number 14. Candace Jefferson, she's batting 143 on the year, 250 on base percentage, 143 is her slugging. Is that pitch missing for a ball? That pitch in there for a strike. 2-1 now is the count. We'll try to find out about baseball. They should be starting up or maybe even deep into game 2 by now. They won the first one in 7 innings over at Coahoma by the final score of 11-2. Looking for the sweep in Clarksdale. This pitch ripped but foul, out of play. 2-2 now is the count. So waiting the 2-2 pitch here. Ground ball, third baseman has it, bobbles it, throws over. In time! Great throw, great stretch on the part of the Indians. Let's take a look at that on the Little Caesars instant replay. It was a bang-bang play that went the way of ICC. Carpenter, who has played first base all year, kind of bobbled it around but had a pretty good throw on it. And a good stretch by Macy Cox to be able to get the out for out number one. Score that one 5-3 for those of you that may be scoring at home. So now with one away, this is going to be Timms. Hope Timms at the plate. Takes that first pitch for a ball. 1-0 now is the count here to Timms. She doubled. Her runner came around and scored. That was number 2, Huckabee, who scored a run. And this one popped. Left side of the field, and it's gone. A solo home run off the bat of Hope Timms. It was one of those you kind of had to wait for a second, and you saw it carry a little bit more, and it snuck its way out of the ballpark out in left field, and East Mississippi not going quietly into the afternoon here. This is now a 6-4 lead. Well, pretty much every inning except for that second inning by ICC, East Mississippi has had an answer, and there was a big one there. A solo home run by Timms. Her second time she'll come around to score today. And for Timms, that is her third home run of the year, so she's now tied for the lead in home runs on the team with 3. And that time a big-time healthy swing from Dolan. Dolan was thinking about, okay, you just tied my home run lead. I was going to try to retake the lead on that swing. Comes up empty on the high fastball. 0-1 now is the count. Bottom of the 5th inning, East Mississippi's trailing 6-4, and that's going to be a ground ball past the third baseman, and that's going to go for a single. Well, East Mississippi, their bats have heated up over the last 2 innings. Did not have a hit through the first 3 innings. They got 4 in the 4th, and now this is the second in the 5th.
Number 7, Natalie Wilkes.
Now this will be Wilkes coming to the plate. Wilkes is 0 for 2 on the day. She did reach on a fielder's choice in her previous at-bat, but she was erased on another fielder's choice. So East Mississippi now with the tying run at the plate. Wind is really gusting out to left field now. So runner at first, that's Dolan. That pitch missing for a ball. Like that might have been a pitch out that time by the Indians to see if Dolan might have been in motion. Again, I say it, and I say it again, I've been impressed by the play of Mackenzie Dolan today. She's been solid behind the plate for East Mississippi. She's 2 for 2 with an RBI, a walk, and a stolen base. Change up, waited on it. There's the catch, and the throw over is in time. Little Caesars double play there to end the inning. Let's go back and look at that one. A great play on the part of Casey Carpenter to make the leaping catch. And then had the wherewithal to zip it over in time. Score that one. A line out to third. Throw to 3 for the Little Caesars double play. A big time Little Caesars double play, but East Mississippi does get 1 run on 2 hits. It was a solo home run by Hope Timms. Makes it a 6-4 contest. We played 5. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
Itawamba Community College is now offering 3-day weekends. You can be one of the first to take advantage of a compact course schedule with a majority of classes offered Monday through Thursday. Let us customize your education to fit your needs. Become a part of the ICC family and apply today at apply.iccms.edu. ICC, the best start here.
Celebrate outrageous amounts of toppings with Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest. With the most cheese and now with the most toppings at the nation's best price. Create your favorite pizza starting at $6. Pay, then express pickup at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
And welcome back now as we go to the top of the 6th inning. East Mississippi, my oh my, they have grabbed momentum. Have charged back in this one. They were trailing 5-0 at one point. Now it's a 6-4 contest. The ICC, however, going to try to see if they can spark some bats here as they go back to the top of the lineup. As it be Maddie Miney, Rachel Stranisha, and Samantha Conley due up here for ICC. Maddie, pretty good day at the plate. She is 2 for 2 with a double, a triple, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. As we talked about it, in Little League, it would have been an inside-the-park home run, but it was a triple, and she came home on a throwing error. That was part of a 2-run 4th inning for ICC. So Miney at the plate, stands in there, takes the first pitch inside for a strike. 0-1 now is the count here. She also walked but was caught trying to steal in her first at bat of the day. So 0-1 is the count here to Maddie Miney. Maddie's been in that leadoff position pretty much all season for the Indians. That changeup hangs up for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. So a double and triple. She get one out of the ballpark, and then she just got to try to find the single for the cycle. She's been close to that a couple of times this year. Of course, she had that big-time triple against Jones as the Indians picked up a 6-3 win in Game 2. That was the insurance run to put the Indians up by 2. As this pitch is fouled back, but she came across to score on a squeeze play that the throw was not home in time as she was scampered down and made it to 6-3 final. In that game, she was named our Sonic Star of the game. 2-2 now is the count here on Maddie Miney. Awaiting the 2-2 offering here from Bonnie. Change up, Maddie waits on it and rips it through the gap. Well, there's the single for Maddie Miney. So now she just needs the home run if she can get another at bat in the contest to see if she can hit for the cycle. This is going to bring up Rachel Stranisha here for the Indians. ICC leads at 6-4, trying to pick up some insurance runs here in the top of the 6th inning. This game's scheduled for 7. We do thank everyone that's tuning in here on 95.1 The Farm, your hometown country music station. DJ Kevin Russell and all the fine folks there at 95.1 are proud to bring you today's softball action here. As we said, you don't hear a lot of softball on the radio. This is something we've done for about 3 or 4 years now, and we're proud to be able to bring you softball here, ICC softball, on 95.1 The Farm. So that first pitch was across for a strike to Rachel Stranisha. She's 0 for 1 with a pair of walks. She popped up in foul territory and was put out by the catcher in her previous at-bat. 0-1 is the count with no outs and a runner at first. Shows bunt, pulls back, and takes it for a ball. 1-1 now is the count to Rachel Stranisha. Well, as we said, a beautiful day for softball. The wind has been gusting at time, but now is, for the first time today, the flag kind of laying limp for a second. And as always, as soon as I start talking about it, it shifts and changes as that pitch missing inside for a ball. 2-1 now is the count here to Rachel Stranisha. Samantha Conley is on deck for ICC. She is catching here in Game 1. That's pretty much what she's done all season this year. It's called Game 1 and Game 2 for the most part. As this pitch fouled back, 2-2 now is the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and no outs. Maddie Miney is over at first base when she picked up her 3rd hit of the day with a single out to right field. So Stranisha waiting the 2-2 pitch here. Flares one out to the right side, and it's going to drop for a hit. Well, that one just went in no man's land that time, and East Mississippi, the second baseman, right fielder, couldn't quite get to it, found it to the gap. And so I'm going to refer down to Rosie to make sure I'm correct on that. He says thumbs up. You know, usually when I refer down to Kevin Maloney on a play like that, he also approves, but not with that finger. So Rosie giving me the thumbs up on that one. Second hit in a row now, no outs, and ICC with runners at first and second. This is going to be Samantha Conley. Conley 1 for 3 on the day. She's got a pair of Renaissance Bank strikeouts, but she did single in her previous at-bat. Shows bunt, lays it down. There's only going to be one play, and that's going to be the first. The throw over is in time. So a successful sacrifice bunt that time by Samantha Conley to advance the runners 1-3 on the putout of Conley, but the runners do go to third and second now. That sacrifice bunt being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union. Brother Chris Burrows and company, they do a great job for the ICC students here at the ICC BSU. Follow them on Twitter at ICC BSU. So now this is going to be Summer Kreider coming to the plate. Summer in that DP role after starting the game at third. She does have that ankle injury, so trying to not keep her on her feet as least as possible, I should say. Keep her off her feet as much as possible. As that pitch finds the zone for a strike. She is 1 for 3 on the day. She singled, and her runner was Hannah Sparks, got caught trying to steal second. 0-1 now is the count. Kreider rips one. It's going to get through the gap for a base hit, and a run will score. Big time hit there from Summer Kreider.
Good job, Summer!
Hey, let's go through 7.
7-4 now is your score. She just blistered that one through the gap.
Stay hot.
And ICC adds another run to the board. A big time hit there for Summer Kreider, her second hit of the day. And now this is going to be Macy Cox coming to the plate. Macy reached on an error. Her runner in the previous at-bat was Mackenzie Toon. She came around to score. She also doubled and scored a run. That was back in the second. So we're going to have a runner in this situation coming in for Kreider. Maybe it's not. Nope, it will not be. Well, Coach Kirk had came down to talk to the home plate umpire. Now this is going to be Macy Cox. Macy rips one. First pitch she sees, and she sends it out to left field, and ICC with back-to-back RBI singles. And let's take a look at that one. Nearly didn't have enough time to change by instant replay, as I just got it up there in time, and a clutch hit, the second hit of the day for Macy, as that scores Sternisha. And now ICC takes an 8-4 lead, and this is going to be Casey Carpenter at the plate. And now we will have a runner coming into this situation. This is going to be number 21 for ICC. This is going to be Maggie Smithy. Maggie Smithy coming in to run. She's running at second base.
For ICC, number 21, Maggie Smithy.
So Smithy will come in to run at second in place of Summer Kreider. We talked about it. Summer rolled her ankle in practice, so we're going to get her off the bases and see if they can get a hit like they did last time, and see if they can't get that ninth run across the board. Second run of the inning, fourth hit of the inning here for ICC. 8-4 now is the lead for the Indians. We're in the top of the sixth inning, and this is Casey Carpenter. Carpenter waits on that one and blitzes it right back up the middle. And that's going to allow Smithy to score from second, so a good change that time by the Indians to be able to get that run in, as that was just a shot. Return to sender off the bat of Casey Carpenter. Third straight hit for ICC, fifth of the inning. That's an RBI single as Smithy comes around to score, and now ICC leads it 9-4. Third run of the inning. There's still one out. And looks like we'll have another runner coming in this situation for ICC. And this is going to be Lily Moore coming in to run at first base.
Number 5, Jessica Davis.
Yes.
And so runner at first base now is Lily Moore, and this is going to be Jessica Davis. So Davis will be coming to the plate here. She doubled, but was thrown out at third to end the previous inning, as it was a bunt attempt, and she couldn't make up her mind if she needed to go or come back. And then a good play by East Mississippi was able to get the third and final out of the inning. Waiting on the first pitch he sees, lifts it. Center fielder going back to the wall, and makes the play runner will advance on the throw in after the tag. And so a productive out as the fly out to center field by Jessica Davis does allow the runners to advance after tagging. And now this is going to bring up Joanna Vasquez.
All right, Joe, you're due, babe. Come on.
JoJo had that ICC BSU sacrifice bunt that pushed across a run in her previous at bat. Before that, she was 0 for 2. She popped up to the catcher and then popped up to the second baseman, which, by the way, that was a great play at second base as she caught it falling to the ground, was able to hold on to it and squeeze the first out of the fourth inning. So now JoJo trying to spark a 2-out rally here. ICC has put 3 runs on the board, looking for more. JoJo takes that first pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 now is the count. We're in the top of the 6th inning. ICC leads it 9-4 here in Game 1 over East Mississippi. Hope Harbin is on deck for ICC if Joe was to reach. Vasquez fouls this one back over the top of us in the ICC Alumni Affairs and Foundation broadcast booth. Dr. Jan Reed Bunch, Jim Ingram, and Tilda Bushline doing a great job there raising money for the college. Find out how you can help ICC by visiting iccms.edu. That's iccms.edu. 0-2 is the count now here to Vasquez. And she is hit by the pitch. And JoJo will hobble down to first base. Now this will bring up Hope Harbin to the plate. Well, we talked about Maddie Miney. She's a home run away from hitting for the cycle. Well, Hope Harbin, if she can get a double, she'll be a home run away from hitting for the cycle. But now bases are full of Indians with 2 outs. Hope is 2 for 3 on the day. She singled, drove in a run. She tripled and scored a run. She also scored a run back in the second as well. Swings the first pitch she sees. Trouble is to the gap. Right fielder, though, shows off some great speed and makes the play out there in right field to get out of the bases loaded jam. Great pitch, great play out there in right field by Catherine Reeves. But ICC sends 9 to the plate. They get 5 hits. They score 3 runs, but they leave 3 on the bases. ICC leads at 9-4. We'll take a break and hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more as we move to the bottom of the 6th here on the ICC Sports Network.
Itawamba Community College is now offering 3-day weekends. You can be one of the first to take advantage of a compact course schedule with a majority of classes offered Monday through Thursday. Let us customize your education to fit your needs. Become a part of the ICC family and apply today at apply.iccms.edu. ICC, the best start here.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set here for the bottom of the 6th inning. ICC with a 9-4 lead, and for East Mississippi to be the 6, 7, 8 batters due up. Bushline, Bond, and Bonnie all due up here for the Lions in the bottom of the 6th. 9-4. ICC with the lead here over East Mississippi. We do appreciate everyone tuning in here on 95.1 The Farm, as well as the Let's Go ICC TV.com, the Red Channel. And we do want to say a special hello to those that are watching in support of the Lions this afternoon in Scuba. Olivia Burns staying in the circle. She has given up 5 hits on the day. 4 runs, all of those earned. Change up, and it's a beauty across for a strike. Couldn't check her swing that time. 0-1 now is the count here on Bushline. Updating Twitter, as that was a big inning there for ICC as they get 6 runs in the top part of the inning. This pitch foul back, 0-2 now. Goes the count on Bushline. Reminder, you can follow us on Twitter at Let's Go ICC. 0-2 is the count. No outs as Bushline leading us off here. And big time swinging strike there as Bushline chases one up in the zone. Take a look down on the Little Caesars instant replay here. Just got her to chase one high that time, and That goes for the first out of the inning. That is another Renaissance Bank strikeout, the third of the day here for Olivia Burns. Renaissance Bank, understanding you, RenaissanceBank.com, member FDIC. This is Blake Bond now coming to the plate. She is 0 for 2 on the day, reached on an error and did reach on a fielder's choice. As she swings his first pitch back and fouls it off. 0-1 now is the count. So waiting the pitch here. Of course, when I'm trying to type and I mess up more than I normally do, is that pitch missing high for a ball. So 0-1, or excuse me, 1-1 now is the count. That pitch missing inside for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 1 out. Nobody on here for East Mississippi in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Let's go, Blake.
So the 1-1 pitch, and this one inside for a ball. 2-1 now goes the count. There's a ground ball, shortstop gets it. Throw over is in time for the putout. 6-3 for the second out of the inning. Nice job there, as that was a worm burner over to his shortstop. Maddie Miney takes care of it and collects out number 2.
Now coming to the plate for EMC3 is number 24, Brittany Bonnie.
And so with 2 outs now, this is going to be Brittany Bonnie. Man, she had a big-time hit with 2 outs in the inning last time. It was an RBI double. That kind of helped her on cause there. She's in the circle here in game 1. Trying to get another 2-out hit. Waits on this change-up. Down the line, and Joanna Vasquez. You couldn't see her as she disappeared off the screen, but JoJo makes the long-running catch in foul territory for out number 3. JoJo doing JoJo things defensively. No runs, no hits, no errors. Yes. 3 up, 3 down goes East Mississippi. We've played 6. ICC will come back to the bat, and they'll start where they started the 6th inning with the 1-2-3 batters to Maddie Miney, Rachel Cernisha, and Samantha Conley. We'll take a break and hear a few words from our sponsors and be back with more right here on the ICC Sports Network.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done. Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar. Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that.
Strictly with the Coke. Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
Crunchy Fritos, warm chili, melty cheese, all together for 99 cents. Like real comfort food.
Trying to get out of my comfort zone, and these guys keep pulling me back in. Pulling me back in!
Hurry in for Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves starting at 99 cents. And try order ahead to get happy hour anytime. Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves. A Fritos chili pie. Juicy Junior Burger. Or Junior Wrap. Does all this comfort come at a price? Yes, it starts at 99 cents. Hurry in for Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves.
And welcome back as we have a position change here for East Mississippi. New third baseman in the game. This is going to be number 23. And that's going to be Lily Burton. Lily Burton coming into the game at third base for East Mississippi here in the top of the 7th inning. Well, ICC got 3 runs in the top of the 6th to take a 9-4 lead in a 3-up, 3-down inning. Thanks to a Renaissance Bank strikeout to start the inning and a great running catch in foul territory in left field by Joanna Vasquez. So now ICC would like to see if they can get the bats fired back up here. We talked about it. If Maddie Miney had another at-bat here, she would have a chance to hit for the cycle. She singled her last time up, tripled in her third at-bat. She doubled in her second. She's also walked today. She got caught trying to steal in the first, but she's got 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored. And as we said, a home run away from the cycle here for Maddie Miney. The home plate umpire is having a word with a fan down here between innings. And still conversating with him. Don't look like it was a mad conversation, just one of those where the fans are ready to play, the players are ready to play, and now he's going to join us now. So Maddie Miney at the plate here for the Indians. She is 3 for 3 with the walk. Takes that first pitch across for a strike. We're in the top of the 7th inning. ICC with a 9-4 lead. We invite you to stay tuned at the conclusion of this game. We'll move into the Renaissance Bank postgame report. Have your Sonic star of the game and your Little Caesars stats coming your way as Miney fouls this one back, and 0-2 now is the count here on Maddie Miney. So 0-2 the count here to Miney. Rachel Stranisha and Samantha Conley due up this inning. Miney looks at that pitch outside. Good eye on the part of Maddie that time. 1-2 now is the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and no outs, says Miney, starting us off here in the top of the 7th. That pitch missing outside. 2-2 now goes the count. Not too bad pitches that time by Brittany Bonney. Just good eyes on the part of Maddie Miney to hold off on those pitches. 2-2 now is the count here to the freshman shortstop. She fouls this one off and back and out of play to keep the at-bat alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes. No outs here on the top of the 7th. Let's see if we can find you a scoreboard update being brought to you by First American National Bank. We're going to try to find out how the baseball Indians are doing out in Clarksdale. Indians are up 2-0. That's after 3 complete as this pitch is fouled off, and we'll stay at 2-2. So ICC baseball leading 2-0 after 3 complete in game 2, trying to sweep Coahoma. Boy, that's setting up if they can. If that'll set up a big-time matchup Saturday against Hines in Fulton. And then Maddie Miney is hit by the pitch. So Maddie will reach for the 4th time today. 2nd time a batter has been hit by a pitch for ICC. 1 has been hit by a pitch for East Mississippi.
Now batting for the one is number 20, Rachel Stranisha.
So now is going to be Rachel Stranisha at the plate with a runner at first and no outs. Well, Maddie, you committed the cardinal sin. When you get hit by the ball, they say don't rub it. And, well, she was rubbing her back. So if it hurts you later on today, that's why. So now Rachel Stranisha will come to the plate. No outs. Runner at first for Stranisha. She's 1 for 2 with a pair of walks, a single and a run scored. Rachel looks at that first pitch, high for a ball. 9-4 is your score. Top of the 7th inning. Wynn picking up big time now here in the top part of the 7th inning. ICC tied for first entering today's doubleheader against East Mississippi. Trying to stay on pace for that. This pitch popped up. Catcher's going to come in and juggles it around and makes the play. Nice play that time on the part of Dothan, as that one nearly rolled out of her glove. It had a little weird backspin on it and rolled her upper fingers a second, but she was able to squeeze it for out number 1. So now this is going to bring up Samantha Conley. She had a sacrifice bunt to move the runners over in scoring position in her previous at-bat. She singled, but was retired to end the inning in the 4th. She's also struck out twice. Speaking of Sam, go follow us on Twitter, and you can see our Renaissance What a Play Wednesday presented by Madison Haley and Renaissance Bank. Kind of a special What a Play Wednesday this week with Sam. She swings on the first pitch she sees. ICC had a hit and run on that time. The pitch fouled out of play for strike 1. Of course, that's also available on our YouTube page. Just simply search Let's Go ICC on YouTube. You can subscribe to the channel while you're there. So we invite you to do that. You can get all the latest updates and more on our videos that we put up, not only for athletics, but also for non-athletic events at ICC. So 0-1 is the count after that foul ball. Conley looks at that pitch, missing low, snap throw down to first. And Maddie dives back in without any issues there. Good snap throw on the part of Dothan, though. So 1-1 now goes the count here to Samantha Conley. Sam, there's 1 out in the inning. Getting a text message from Sam's dad as this ball is popped up. The outfielder's going to charge on and make the play in foul territory. She's going to try to relay it back over to first base. Maddie Miney was already there by the time the throw got there. But a nice play and a nice pitch to get that one popped up. Sam's dad just sent a message, said, guess where I am? There's a picture of his feet propped up in the recliner back in Louisiana.
Maggie Smithy.
Glad to see that Scott made it back home safely as a new batter here for the Indians. This is going to be number 21, Maggie Smithy, coming in to bat. She came in to run for Summer Kreider in the previous inning, and she did score. So Smithy getting her first at bat of the day, takes that pitch across for a strike. 0-1 now is the count. There's 2 outs, runner at first base. That's Maddie Miney. Smithy, she is a freshman out of the booming metropolis of Inglemoor. Actually, she's from New Albany. As runner goes, throw down is not in time. The ball gets into center field. So that'll be a stolen base for Maddie Miney, who was hit by a pitch to start the inning. So she'll move over in scoring position. The throw was to the left of the shortstop trying to cover the bag, but a good job by the center fielder to come up and do what you're supposed to do on those type of situations, back up your player in that situation, and she kept the ball in front of her and kept the runner at second. So 1-1 now is the count here to Maggie Smithy, with a runner in scoring position now for the Indians. Smithy, 286 on the year. She takes that pitch high for a ball. She's got a 362 on base percentage, 381 is her slugging percentage. She does have 5 RBIs on the year and 42 at bats, so the Indian fans would love to see that one kind of jump up a little bit here. 2-1 now is the count. Runner at second base, that's Maddie Miney. Smithy looks at that pitch low for a ball. 3-1 now goes the count. If Smithy were to reach, and to be Macy Cox due up next for the Indians. Macy's had a pretty good day as well. She's 2 for 4. She did reach on an error. Her courtesy runner, Mackenzie Toombs, came around to score. She does also have an RBI on her record this afternoon. So waiting the 3-1 offering here. Smithy takes that one for a strike. Good looking pitch that time. Paints the corner of the plate for Bonnie. Well, they're shading her to go to the left side of the field so she can get something up the gap between the pitcher and the second baseman, or over the head of the second baseman. Maddie Miney can run for days. 3-2 pitch coming. Smithy, that's what she does. This one crushed to center field, back, and makes the catch as she runs into the wall. Great play out there in center field, as that was Riley Huckabee. A good hit off the bat of Smithy that time. I thought it had a chance to get over the head of the center fielder or maybe even knife away from her, but she just threw her glove up, said, look what I found, held on to it as she ran into the wall. So tip of the cap out there in center field to Riley Huckabee. We'll move now to the bottom of the 7th. ICC 3 outs away from calling this one a ball game. They lead at 9-4. We'll see if they can do it. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs, and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion, or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton, or online davisfordsales.com.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we move now to the bottom of the 7th inning. ICC with a 9-4 lead. 3 outs away from trying to find the win here in Game 1 against a very scrappy bunch of Lions. And the reason why I say that is they have not gone quietly this afternoon. They have been fighting and clawing. Every time that ICC had a surge, East Mississippi answered with a surge. ICC gets a 3-run top of the 6th. And that's the biggest difference in the game right now. A 3-run top of the 7th, 3-run top of the 6th. As that pitch across for a strike. This is Reeves at the plate here for EMCC. Takes that first pitch across for a strike. So the East Mississippi coach come down the line, says something to the umpire, not really sure what that was. Wasn't much of an argument or anything. As that pitch missing outside for a ball. Some of the girls in the infield kind of wooing like Ric Flair, thinking that should have been called a strike. But there's a big time gap between center field and the right fielder. Right fielder now, no, that's still Jessica Davis, excuse me. 1-1 pitch, it goes high. 2-1 now is the count. Burns trying to go the distance here for ICC. She's given up 4 runs on 5 hits through 6 innings of work so far. As there's a shot. Hope Hartman, though, is there to take care of business as the shift was on, and she, who has great speed in Hope Hartman, was able to jog in and squeeze that one for out number 1. And now we go back to the top of the lineup.
And now batting for EMCC, number 5. Kelsey English.
This will be Kelsey English, the number 1 batter here for East Mississippi with 1 out and nobody on. ICC leading at 9-4. As Burns getting set to deliver here to English. That pitch falls off the table a bit too soon for a ball. English is 0 for 2 on the day with a walk. She was caught trying to steal in the first, grounded out to the pitcher in the third, and popped up to second to end the fourth. 1-0 is the count. 1 out, nobody on here for East Mississippi in the bottom of the 7th. 9-4 is your score. ICC with the lead. That pitch across for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. We'll remind you, we'll have the Renaissance Bank postgame report coming your way, barring a 5-run rally here by East Mississippi in the bottom of the 7th. There's a ground ball over to the first baseman, Macy Cox. Grabs it up, steps on the base for out number 2. So 2 away now. This is going to bring up number 17, Cummings, coming back to the plate. So Megan Cummings, who was batted for in the previous at-bat, will now come back to the plate to bat here. She's 0 for 2 on the day. It's in a tough spot here. Going to try to spark a rally with 2 outs at the bottom of the 7th. ICC leading 9-4. We've seen it, though. East Mississippi was able to spark a rally in the 4th with 2 outs in the inning to plate 3 runs. So we'll see if East Mississippi can do that again here in the bottom of the 7th. In the MACJC, folks, anything is possible. The crazy is expected most of the time. So with 2 outs in the inning, that pitch across for a strike from Olivia Burns. We'll also have some Little Caesars highlights coming your way, part of the Renaissance Bank postgame report. If we can find the final out of this inning here, ICC leads it now 9-4, bottom of the 7th. That pitch outside for a ball.
Not bad.
1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs. That's the situation right now here for Cummings. Burns trying to find the third and final out of the contest. This one popped up. Shallow left field. Joanna Vasquez, though, comes in and makes the play. JoJo wraps it up for the Indians on another nice defensive play out there in left field, and ICC wins it by the final score of 9-4.
EMCC 4.
So we're going to take a break and come back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report. We'll name our Sonic star of the game, as well as have some Little Caesars stats coming your way here, as we'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say, it's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza, then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6.
Pizza.
Crunchy Fritos, warm chili, melty cheese, all together for 99 cents. It's like real comfort food.
Trying to get out of my comfort zone, and these guys keep pulling me back in. Pulling me back in!
Hurry in for Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves starting at 99 cents. And try order ahead to get happy hour anytime. Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves. A Fritos chili pie. Juicy Junior Burger. Or Junior Wrap. Does all this comfort come at a price? Yes, it starts at 99 cents. Hurry in for Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as ICC picks up a 9-4 win in the first game of the day here against East Mississippi. They'll be going for the sweep in about 20 minutes. Let's take a look at today's Sonic star of the game, and I tell you what, I got to go with Maddie Miney. She was 3 for 3 on the day. She was hit by a pitch. She also walked. She had 2 RBIs, scored a run, and a stolen base. So let's go ahead and take a look at some Little Caesars stats here for ICC, and you just heard those numbers on Maddie Miney, so it'll be the rest of them here. Rachel Stradisha was 1 for 3. She had a single, a run scored, and 2 walks. Samantha Conley, she was 1 for 4 on the day. She did have a sacrifice bunt. A single, she struck out twice. Summer Kreider, despite having an ankle injury, she was 2 for 4 on the day. She had an RBI single, actually 2 singles, an RBI. Her courtesy runner, Maggie Smithy, came around to score, and then Smithy was 0 for 1 on the day in her only at bat. Macy Cox had a nice day. She reached 3 times. She had a double and a single. She also drove in a run with that single. She scored a run. She reached on an error, and her courtesy runner, Mackenzie Toombs, came around to score. So she was officially 2 for 4 on the day. Casey Carpenter also 2 for 4 on the day. She had a pair of singles and scored a run after reaching on an error in the second. Jessica Davis was 1 for 4 on the day. She had a double. Joanna Vasquez was 0 for 2. She had a sacrifice bunt that pushed across and run. She was also hit by a pitch and was left stranded in the 6th. Hope Harbin, another nice day for Hope. She was 2 for 4. She had a triple, a single, and an RBI. She also scored 2 runs. For East Mississippi, they saw English go 0 for 3 on the day. She had a walk as well. She was caught trying to steal in the first. Megan Cummings 0 for 0 for 3. And then it was number 14, Candace Jefferson, who was 0 for 1 on the day. Hope Timms, a great day for Hope Timms. She had a pair of extra base hits. She was 2 for 3 on the day. She had a double, scored a run, her courtesy runner, Riley Huckabee, scored a run. She also had a solo home run, which was obviously scored a run there. Dolan, she had a nice day as well. She was 2 for 2 with the walk. She did have an RBI single, a pair of singles on the day for her. Wilkes, she was 0 for 3 on the day. She did reach on a fielder's choice. She also lined into a inning-ending Little Caesars double play. Avery Pushlon, she was 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of strikeouts. She was hit by a pitch and scored a run. Blake Bond, she was 0 for 3 on the day. She reached on an error and a fielder's choice. She did score a run. Brittany Bonney, she was 1 for 3 on the day with an RBI double. Catherine Reeves, 1 for 3 with the RBI single, a stolen base, and a strikeout. Olivia Burns, she ties the record for most wins in a career at ICC as she gets to win her 15th win of the season, and it was Brittany Bond, the pitcher of record, in Game 1. Your final line for ICC, 9 runs, 14 hits, 1 error. For East Mississippi, 4 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors. ICC scored 3 runs in the second, 2 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, and 3 in the 6th inning. Of course, none in the 7th. And for East Mississippi, 3 runs in the 4th and 1 in the 5th inning. No runs in the bottom of the 7th as well. So that's going to do it for today's Game 1 broadcast. We do appreciate everyone tuning in here on 95.1 The Farm. We do invite you to join us on Let'sGoICCTV.com, the red channel, for Game 2. That's be the only game going there on Game 2, so no radio for Game 2 there. ICC wins it 9-4 here in Game 1. They improve to 26-10-1, 16-3 in conference play. East Mississippi falls to 7-21, 7-16 in conference play. So for Kevin Russell, I'm Adam Gore. We'll see you next week here on 95.1 The Fan, and we'll see you in about 20 minutes here on Let'sGoICCTV.com, the Red Channel. ICC wins the first game of the day by the final score of 9-4.
Itawamba Community College is now offering 3-day weekends. You can be one of the first to take advantage of a compact course schedule with a majority of classes offered Monday through Thursday. Let us customize your education to fit your needs. Become a part of the ICC family and apply today at apply.iccms.edu. ICC, the best start here.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.